'74 or so, we got together and started a surf club called the UH Manoa. And it's a surf club, local people, and anybody with 10-year residency could join at that time. We used to use Hawaiian colors, black shorts with gold and red stripes. I guess because there were a bunch of locals wearing the shorts, when you paddle out in the water, they get intimidated and go, oh, the black shorts are here. But if you look at the right Hawaiian flag, not the British, American looking one, but the Hawaiian flag is red, gold, and black.
I'm born and raised in Kauai, and lived all my life in Hawaii. I lived on the Oahu for, I think, 15 years. So I lived there and I moved back to Kauai in '94. But localism is the way of life, I guess, You get locals at Huntington Pier, you get locals at Pakalas, you get locals at, probably at, Mundaka. You cannot go over anybody's place to act like you can fight them all, that's certain disrespect, I traveled South America, New Zealand, South Pacific Islands, California, Brazil, basically Reggae Indonesia, You have to respect everybody's country when you go there, if you surf good and you give the locals respect, and you wait your turn and want to see you surf, they'll give you respect because you gave them respect.
Really localism, that sounds like a bad word in a sense, but it's more like keeping the value of what the place is, and I think that's where localism comes in. They love what they have, so they try to preserve it and teach it to the kids. For instance, like surfing, how you keep up the place, or how you basically teach the kids of surfing etiquette, to respecting your uncles and just adults in general. It's kind of a catch-22, because these guys are there for travel from the world, spend all their money to come and experience it, but at the same time, it's like anything, you gotta pay your dues. You don't come in and jump right into the lineup and be like you own it, like you've always been there. You gotta earn respect, to me it's like a young kid with your parents' trust. Things gotta be earned.
I think it started with a bunch of the Australians. The Australians had a guy named Ian Kearns and Peter Townend, who became a friend of mine later, but Ian Kearns and him were lipping about the bronzed Aussies are here taking over the surfing world. And you go out in the water, guys come out after working all day, and there's some foreign clown telling them, hey. Like, whoa, get off the wave. You've been surfing all day. This fucker's only got a couple hours to surf, right? I don't want to see your ass out there telling them, hey. And kids go out and stuff, and they think, they'll pick on the kids or take the waves away from the kids. So I guess we're a deterrent against that, Kids have the waves, no yelling at people because you're here from wherever the fuck you are, want a picture taken. And then they have their surf contest bullshit. Randy Rarick and Fred Hemmings making all the money all the time. Fred Hemmings. Fuck Fred Hemmings. He's a clown.
The localism here is an island sense, whereas like other places around the world, which I notice is basically they stay in the same area, they stay in the same neighborhood. Kauai, like island sense, well, speaking of from Kauai point of view, we go wherever you know, like the conditions is good for surfing, diving, whatever it is. So we go all around, and I think by doing that, you tend to see people from everywhere part of the island. So you have a tighter community or a tighter island, so to speak. Whereas Oahu is so overcrowded, people tend to stay in their area more so because it's not as territorial. I mean, it's more territorial than the outer islands, I say.
To me, Hawaii is my home, man. I feel like I can go anywhere as long as I show respect when I go to that certain place, certain surf spot or certain town. You know, you come in respect. That means you respect the people that then live there, and you respect their ways, and you show some kind of aloha, or, you know, you're always gonna get some people get irritated because, you know, something happened in the past, but mostly the Hawaiian people, the Hawaiian culture was always friendship. So I think anywhere we go in the country or in the world, we're welcome.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
The people in our club fight with each other, fight with other locals, real fights. And then every time, because somebody wore a pair of black shorts and got in the fight in the water, it was a big special deal, you know? The fucking girl fights, a couple slaps. What the fuck, is that a fight? That's not a fight. You come to some of the places we go, or out at night, you see a fucking fight, you know? Just like other places in the world. Somebody gets slapped in the head in Australia or Brazil or where the fuck ever. The news doesn't make a big deal out of it. But over here they do. Oh, he slapped somebody. Call the police. Get the little fucking white rule book out here, you know?
Why can't we be friends?
As far as a lot of the stuff where there's been hassles with some guys from Brazil, from Australia, from here, from there. Who gives a fuck? Minor, stupid, little petty bullshit that they blow into giant things and put in magazines. And then the mainland guys too. Big deal. Oh, you got slapped. Let's write about this. Sean Thompson got slapped in his fucking head. Big fucking deal. Wow. Let's make a big fucking deal about it. They're so full of shit. This happens every day.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
And you're gonna get some guys that arrogant that need to have some kind of discipline. But in the laws nowadays, you can get sued. Now in the top 1990s to 2000, now they have a law. Back in the 60s, 70s, yeah, you get disciplined real quick.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Well, pipeline for one thing, you get all these people, you know, it's like the media. People do whatever it takes to get recognition, and to me, the localism that does go down in that, there it's like a traffic. There gotta be laws, and the lawmakers don't swim, they don't surf, so obviously they don't know what it is like to get hurt in conditions like that. That's the most extreme, and probably one of the most, or the most popular wave in the world. So you're gonna have goons from all over try to make a name for themselves and just do things stupid that could risk other people's lives. So, you know, that's why a lot of the guys that do that day in, day out does step in and slap these guys in the head.
Buffalo soldier, dreadlock rasta.
But now you have so much people surfing in the water. Surfing becomes a public interest because it's a corporate money-making machine. So the image of people getting beaten up in the water now, the government or the city, state, going to enforce it because they don't want to lose that revenue.
When I analyze the stench, to me it makes a lot of sense.
What looks bad for tourism is sewage floating in Waikiki.
Yeah.
And that's the fault of Mufi and his gang. because they didn't put in the sewage treatment plant that was passed for Ford Island. Where the fuck is it, gang? Huh? What'd you do with the fucking money? Where's the highway money that got sent back? $60 million in federal funds. Fucking donkeys. Fuck them. Now you want to see something for tourism? The tourists can't go in the water at Waikiki. That's fucking bad. Oh, some surfer got slapped. What does that have to do with shit? Nothing.
People that do come here and experience from the people know that it's just bad publicity or basically the media is stirring up something, and there's not enough where they write about the good stuff that really happened or what people experience, you know. It's up to you to judge, but if they're still coming, then basically people are having a good time and experience what Hawaii is all about.
If you say the Hawaiians don't like the haoles or this or that, you know, as in terms of what law, it is racism if you're going under American constitutional law, because over here it is basically Hawaii, and Hawaii was always an independent country, and the people don't understand that we were overthrown and got our kingdom and our queen got locked up. We have a foreign law on foreign soil right now.
I tell you what doesn't help any of the surfers in this place is the state or the city and county. They don't help any of the local surfers. They fuck them every chance they get. Fuck them. The politicians are all the same. I mean, we get together, we give money to Mufi Hanneman's campaign, we hold the signs, and then we go to get our contests, we don't get shit. They give it to some bodyboarders who had a rage party here a few years ago and left a dead guy here. Why would you stick a bodyboarding thing right in the middle of the surf season? The body surfers can come after. It's less dangerous, less crowds, less fights. But the city and county is so fucking lame, and they got this pompous little fuck named Lester Chang. He's at the head of it now. He's a real clown. In my opinion, he's a fucking clown. And Mufi Hanneman, not Mufi Hanneman anymore, they call him in town now, the people in town call him Mufi Harris. Just like we have the park down here, they're taking the park away. Why? We clean the park, don't plant any trees, don't this, don't that, because maybe you might have a claim to it. You know, they're all worried about it, so now they kick us out. When we have our party down there, the beach cleanup from here to Haleiwa, we can only have our party to 6 o'clock. But the white people from the Triple Crown can have their party as long as they fucking want in Haleiwa. Oh, we had a fight to get it to 9 o'clock. The other guys were 10 or 12 o'clock. What the fuck's up with that? A little prejudice there? Got a guy named Will Ho that's been there forever. Real fucking idiot. I mean, he must have taken a mentally retarded fucking, test and flunked it to get in his position. He's so lame he can't even fucking tell what's going on. Really, I think he's one of those guys that get punked for his lunch money every day. I can tell I hate these people.
Kind of localism set the pace. You know, you'll have the guys that say what's right and wrong, but sometimes they're gonna have to get aggressive, is because they're trying to keep it in line, so to speak. You know, the laws can only do so much, and I think localism basically is our version of laying the law down. If it was always great, everybody would be happy, but life is never a smooth ride, I guess. If it was always great, everybody would be happy, but life is never a smooth ride, I guess. If it was always great, everybody would be happy, but life is never a smooth ride, I guess.
the one drop, and we still find time to rap. We're making the one stop. The generation gap so fill this drum beat as it beats within, playing a rhythm, resisting against the system. Oh we, I know shall never let us down. Fully rights from Rome. I know the shall never let us down. Oh no, they made the world so hard. Every day we got to keep on fighting. They made the world so hard. Every day the people are dying from hunger, starvation, lamentation. But reading Revelation, you'll find your redemption. And give us the